Okay, this is a very quick walkthrough of Road Trip. Let's flip to the actual game itself. The game starts with a demo of the 6 exit ramp loop. Now, we are at the splash screen. We're too far into it, so let me get you back to where we need to be. These are your options. First selection starts road trip. Second selection actually allows for practice. The third selection allows for game configuration. The fourth selection is a help file, and the last one exits. Let's go to the configuration file real quickly. That's our options menu. You'll see in here specifically the speech and the text-to-speech selections. This is important because if you have it selected as audio under the speech selection, it'll go to a WAV file by default in the XML if it can find it, and if it doesn't, it'll fall back to text-to-speech option. So keep that in mind when setting up the game. All of the other options, obvious what they should do, and if there's any questions about it, please ask me. Let's go back and take a look at the practice level. The interactive tutorial, simple looped track with audio explanations. Now you see you've got two options here, interactive tutorial and free ride or practice. The tutorial Okay, I'm going to talk over the tutorial, but basically what our audio file is asking for is responses from the users by way of input. It's explaining how to turn the wheel. It's explaining how to use the brakes. It's explaining how to use the acceleration. So if you do those things correctly, you get to move on. As you progress around the track later, once we get started driving, you'll be able to actually be prompted for things like how to use your toggles to get the brake sounds or to get the gear sounds on. So right now it's just running me through turning the wheel. It's running me through what my acceleration options are. It's running me through my my other choices for let's see. There we go. My other choices for basically controlling forward, back, left, and right. So I'm not going to do all of this because it's not my goal to make us go through the 3-minute run through, but this is built in. It does need to be improved a little bit. What we need to do is we've got turn left, turn right, brake, accelerate, pause, reset, gear sound options, and crash sounds. Now, we do need to improve on our gear sounds because right now they get a little annoying. We also have to improve on our crash sounds because we do have the ability to ping those crash sounds in there or to toggle them on. The crash sounds are very pinballish, which is fine if we don't want anything that's overly disconcerting. We do have crash sound options, different ones. So before we throw anything real heavy and hard in there for a toggleable option, we need some feedback on that. Let's move on. We're going to go ahead and take ourselves back to the free ride. Free ride I'm not going to show you. It's basically the same thing that we just were on, a very simple, basic closed loop track with no scenery whatsoever, just to practice driving on. So let's go back to the actual game proper. Now, if we've set up correctly using the level editor all of our track street names, and we've set up the appropriate exit ramp, etc., you'll see file selections over on the left side of the screen right here. I've only created one right now just to show you, called test. These are different all the way around. Right now, my WAV files are not recorded, so it's using text-to-speech as a fallback, which is not an optimal solution. The WAV files need to be there, and I believe everybody's seen it working using the WAV files. We've got it set up now so that the scoring system, oh, by the way, take a look at the scenery, a lot better, I hope. We've set it up so that if you take the correct exit or incorrect exit, you only get halfway down before you are either teleported back to the beginning if you've chosen an incorrect exit and notice the score has gone to -1, or if you do get to the correct exit, it just teleports you to the next level. I'm running out of time on this 5-minute segment. I'm going to go ahead and cancel and post this to YouTube, hopefully so that everybody can take a quick peek at it before our session today, our teleconference. So, without further ado,